Hey there, nature lovers! Ever think about coral reefs? Yeah, those vibrant underwater cities teeming with life. They aren't just pretty to look at, they're mind-blowing in so many ways. Stick around because I'm about to share some amazing coral facts that will absolutely blow your mind. First off, did you know that corals are actually animals? Yep, they belong to a group called Cnidaria, which also includes jellyfish and sea anemones. They're not plants or rocks, though they might look like it. Each coral is made up of thousands of tiny creatures called polyps. These polyps work together to build those beautiful structures we see. And get this, corals have a secret weapon called symbiosis. They team up with tiny algae called zooxanthellae. These algae live inside the coral's tissues and perform photosynthesis, just like plants. In return, they share the energy they produce with the coral. It's a win-win situation. But there's more. Corals are essential to marine life. They cover less than 1% of the ocean floor, but they support about 25% of all marine species. That's a huge deal. Fish, crustaceans, mollusks, and countless other creatures rely on coral reefs for food and shelter. Here's a jaw-dropper. Some coral reefs have been around for millions of years. The Great Barrier Reef in Australia, for example, is over 20 million years old. Can you imagine the stories it could tell if it could talk? And let's talk about their vibrant colors. Corals get their dazzling hues from those symbiotic algae we talked about earlier. When corals are stressed, like from too warm water, they expel these algae, losing their color in a process known as coral bleaching. It's a cry for help from these magnificent creatures. Here's a cool fact: corals can spawn in synchrony. Once a year, in a spectacular event, corals release eggs and sperm into the water all at once. This mass spawning ensures that there's a higher chance of fertilization and the continuation of their species. But corals aren't just important for marine life. They also protect our coastlines. Acting as natural barriers, they reduce the impact of waves, storms, and even tsunamis. Without them, many coastal areas would be much more vulnerable to erosion and flooding. Sadly, coral reefs are under threat. Climate change, pollution, overfishing, and destructive practices like dynamite fishing are taking a toll. But there's hope. Conservation efforts are underway globally to protect and restore these vital ecosystems. And you can help too by supporting sustainable practices and reducing your carbon footprint. So next time you're snorkeling or even watching a documentary, remember just how incredible corals are. They're not just underwater decorations, they're the lifeblood of our oceans. Thanks for tuning in, and if you found these facts amazing, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more mind-blowing nature content. Until next time, keep exploring and stay curious.